All right, we're just gonna go through a quick hand wrapping demo. Kru Jason's gonna show you how it's done, and we're gonna do it from his vantage point, so it's nice and easy to be able to replicate it. So, Jake, go ahead.
So I'm gonna start with the thumb loop. From here, easy over the thumb. I want to sew all the seams down on the wrist. I wanna go from the thumb over top to the outside of the wrist when I start. Okay, I'm gonna go around the wrist a couple times, 2, 3. Really all depends on the size of your wraps and the length of your wraps and the size of your wrist. From here, then I wanna go from the thumb. From here, I come from this side so I can keep my thumb as an anchor, and I come underneath and I wanna go across over top of the knuckles. Okay, I wanna make sure my fingers are a little bit wide just to give it a little more, because they are elastic, so it will tighten up as you go along. If it's too tight at the beginning, it's gonna be even tighter at the end. Okay, so a little loose, just a couple times again. And now I come from the inside of the hand down to the outside of the wrist, and I wanna go all the way around my thumb. Okay, so all the way around the thumb. Now I use my thumb as my anchor to stop the hand wrap from sliding, and I wanna go between my pinky and my ring finger. Okay, then I come around underneath, around the thumb again for my anchor, and I wanna go this time through the index and the middle finger. Again, it will come all the way underneath here, and then through the final finger, the middle finger and the ring finger. Then again, I'm gonna come all the way down to under the thumb, so I have an anchor, and I'm just gonna come out and cover up the work I just did. So cover up those knuckles, cover up between the knuckles. By covering it up, it keeps it a little tighter, so it's less likely it'll get loose and loosen up the hand wrap for you. Around there a couple times. And back, I wanna go around the thumb one more time, just because the wraps are relatively long. So around the thumb. And then I'm just gonna finish up a few more times around the wrist. Now, since I still have a bit of wrap to do from here, because the wraps are longer, I still have a bit of wrap to do, so now I'm gonna do a couple little X's. So I go from the bottom, I wanna come all the way up to the outside, and then from the inside, all the way down right away. So just creating an X, which will give you a little more stability in the wrist to make sure it doesn't bend too much. Okay, it's not just about wrapping around the wrist. You gotta exit from here, lay it out to make it a little bit stronger. Okay. I got a little more, so I can do one more X. Up, down, and then Velcro right here. I usually like to finish right over top of the wrist. Velcro up, and then, there we go.
Perfect. Thank you, sir.